Hi folks, today's topic is not exactly about the driver itself. We already talked about it. However, this type of the presentation, the panel, where it is implemented, may discourage some workers as DC is not visible. In fact, it is located below of the LCD and its support. So, the task of following the ways on the PCB becomes a little more complicated if you don't have the electrical diagram to avoid this. This panel belongs to a car radio from the brand ALPINE, and the model is the TDM7543M. There will certainly be other very similar models, so it is a tip if you stumble upon this type of the panel to remember that we have to remove the LCD to see the reference of the driver. As usual, we will find the same pins for connecting the panel. In this case, the data, clock, chip enable, and here we also have the INH, which is a value of VCC through R to keep it high. In the code, we have the same method for identifying the segments. As for the power supplies, we have two. One for plus 12 volts DC used in the bulbs of backlight, and the other is the value above 5 volts, perhaps close to 9 volts DC, to feed a circuit made of R limit that is associated with a 5 volts zener to provide the plus 5 volts of the power up the IC, and at the same time the backlight of the LCD itself. The process to find the number associated with the segments is done with a button, and every time I press the button we'll skip from segment to the next segment. In this case they start the segments at number 13, I think. Okay, you can see here the first segment connected. In this case is the number 13 here, and now you follow the remaining segments of the LCD. I already referred the IC is under the LCD and support of the LCD. I need to remove the LCD and support to be possible find the IC. You can see I need to replace all the bulbs because the panel have the bulbs broken, and to retro illumination of the LCD I don't have space to apply the same kind of the bulbs. I need to put a small LED and a resistor. This circuit to power up this LED coming from the 12 volts DC or near of 12 volts DC, go through the transistor, a resistor, diode itself, and GND, and you have the backlights to ready to work. The connections I have done to bring the panel to life again is GNDs at both sides of the connector. Here you have one more GND. At this point, pin 1, 2, 3 at right, you have one input for the power will be used to provide the 5 volts to the IC. they use a resistor of the 2.7K, a Zener of 5 volts DC. At the same time, this input provide the power up of the backlight of the LCD panel itself. The pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, the pin number 4 at right belongs to the retro illumination of the panel, and after you have the clock, data, chip enable, INH. All these 4 circuits have a resistor in the way of the 2.2 case. Here is the distribution of the segments in the panel, and here the map of the identification.